team. I'm Maddie. Welcome to OK Roll, and this is episode 2 of Pride and Extreme Prejudice. So let's go around and just reintroduce our players. On my left, I have
Tiffany, and my character is Estelle Livingston.
My name is Pallas, and I am playing Seraphina Alistair.
Hi, I'm Jeanette, and I am playing Lavinia Vinnie Belcher.
And I'm Alison, last name mysterious, playing Josephine Belcher.
Excellent. So we left off that we had gotten Josephine and Seraphina to the Met. You guys are officially a crew. You planned out your dressage performance for later in the season when you would perform for the Prince of Wales and go to the pilot's ball. But tonight the Belchers are having a ball, a start of the season ball / concert. There's gonna be so many people there. So we're just gonna jump straight into it. You guys have gone back, you've gotten dressed, and you're walking into the Belchers' mansion amidst a flood of carriages. So you come in, it's beautiful. The ballroom is lit up with candles. There's a full band playing, more than a string quartet, practically an orchestra. And there's food everywhere. And you all are kind of free. Is there anything or anyone any of you are looking for at this ball?
I'll be in the corner as much as possible.
Amazing. Okay. So we have Estelle walks in. There are immediately, you see in the corner a couple guys who've been like standing by the door, and they elbow each other and they see you. 3 or 4 people, men and women, come like your way and are trying to get on your dance card. And it's like, oh, Estelle, yes, hello. I was hoping, and they're just following you around, trying to get your attention. Do you let them adore you, or do you try to get them to leave you alone?
I think I'll halfway do it. Like, I don't want to be rude, of course, I'm a lady,
of course not.
right?
Yeah.
So I'll entertain some polite conversation.
Okay.
But I will find a way out.
Okay. All right, so one of these guys is not getting the gist. And he's like, oh, yes, let me escort you. You wanted to go outside. Let me escort you. We'll go take some air together. Here, I've brought you a drink. Oh, yes, I am, my name's Richard Beevor, is my name. Richard Beevor.
Beevor.
Yes.
I have never heard of your family.
Oh, yes, we Beevors were new. I'm a bit of a self-made man, as it were. I'm in shipping. And
You're shipping what exactly?
Shipping, lard.
I see. I see that you also like your product. Is that a fair assumption?
Give me a roll. Give me a roll.
Yeah, you're orange.
7.
A 7. Okay. He he is gutted and just great product, Lord, and just wanders away. So you you don't have a drink. He had gotten you one, but he left.
He looks at the other drink and is like,
yeah.
So he's left. He's regrouping. So you have a little. You've successfully buffeted off some of your admirers.
Good.
Beautiful. What about Seraphina?
So Seraphina knows that this is the Belcher ball.
I talked it up on the carriage ride, even though you probably know but I was like, oh, our balls are so much fun.
And I know that William is the eldest of the vultures,
Yes.
so Seraphina will seek out William,
Okay.
knowing that he is also well studied. She's very impressed by educated men as opposed to army men.
Okay.
So.
Okay, so you find William pretty easily. He's here. He also has a few of his like friends from college have come out with him. They know it's going to be a good time. So there's a handful of eligible men. And let's see. I don't think you've met William before.
So I would probably ask the youngest to
Okay.
introduce me to the eldest.
An introduction.
Mhm.
Okay.
Quick question. What's everyone wearing for their ball outfit?
Oh yeah. I know this
Mine
guy.
is this color.
Oh, beautiful.
It is of the newest fashion. And I spent almost all of my savings on this dress with the expectation that I'd be able to wear it several times this season.
Excellent. Yeah, and absolutely the diamonds that your mother said you didn't need.
And I essentially just never take them off.
Okay.
Because
Sleep
I'm
in
afraid
them,
of somebody
yeah.
taking them from
Yeah,
me, so I just
okay.
always am wearing my diamonds.
I love it.
Mhm.
I love it. Okay, what's Estelle wearing?
I think Estelle is probably more of a gemstone like color, so probably more sapphire.
Okay.
And then like a rouged dress with like waistline up here, kind of blows out a little. She of course has a very nice necklace that's kind of heavy, has a drop of a sapphire, a blue sapphire.
Okay.
And her earrings are kind of plain, just plain diamonds. And makeup all done, all great. Hair is probably curly, up, half up, to the side.
Okay. Beautiful. What's Lavinia wearing?
Lavinia has a dress that she trots out for the most important occasions, and this is one of them. The dress is the same color of the mech, were it to be like shined and pretty. It's like a coppery, like
brass.
Yeah, and yes, she's had this dress for years and just keeps taking it to the seamstress to get various flourishes added or removed, so it always seems slightly different, but she's very economical. She doesn't want to wear dresses that often. She is wearing an emerald necklace that belonged to her mother, and it was the one piece of jewelry that like got passed to her instead of down the line for Josephine eventually. So she really treasures it. Also, hair is up, not dissimilar to how her hair is normally up, but this time it's curled and coiffed, and she cleans up all right.
Okay. Love it. What's Josephine wearing?
Josephine's wearing a dress that is mostly white, pure as the driven snow.
Yes.
To emphasize even more of that innocent. This instead of the finger, like the lace fingerless gloves, she's got like the full like gloves on for the ball, and then she's got her hair. It's kind of her normal hairstyle, maybe like a little extra done up, but it's still up. And then she has like pinned like blue jewels all in it to strike against her blonde hair and match her eyes. And then she does have like a little like sash tied around her waist that's also blue, so her highlights are blue, except for the fact that she does have like in that hair a black like crow like raven feather that's in there.
So is Josephine's dress like a girl's dress or a young woman's dress?
I mean, it's a girl coming into the being a young woman in society.
Okay,
So
okay.
Like she does not look like she is a woman. She still looks like a child.
Yeah.
and everybody already probably knows that she's 15 and all that stuff. So
Okay. And so the last member of our party is of course Margaret, who again, in addition to being your commanding officer,
chaperone.
Is your chaperone. And so she sees you rebuff Richard and was like, I don't have to worry about Estelle. She's fine. But like a hawk, Izzy's Josephine, and
I'm going to take Seraphina over to William. I want to introduce her to my brother.
why don't I come with you?
Oh, me too.
Yeah.
Lavinia?
Oh, I guess it's
One big party.
a crew.
It's a crew.
William is so wonderful. He does
Yeah.
love to drink, and he loves to celebrate a lot with his drinking. But
Yeah.
he is such a kind-hearted soul.
Mhm.
You're going to love him a lot, Seraphine. And I'm doing this as we're just
Yeah.
walking, and I'm
And as this is happening, Margaret manages. Well, she's gonna try to do this. So, go ahead and just give me a roll.
Mhm.
But she's trying to take your dance card so that she manages that for you.
Oh.
Okay. I got a 3.
You just take it. Okay, so you do not notice.
She like slips
Yeah.
in the back.
Yeah, she's like,
Maybe everybody else notices. And I'm like,
this is mine. Yeah.
Good job, it's gonna be so wonderful. This is the first time
Yeah.
I have a full ball, and I can stay up well past 10. It's so exciting. I can't wait to see everybody lovely dancing. I have to sit down.
I'm gonna steal a glass from one of the servers that are
Yeah.
coming by. Just drink and
Yeah.
listen.
Yeah. So you guys go over. James is here, and you see him, but he is very much like with his mother and kind of playing proper host. So you see him across. William and his friends are off in a corner. They've already stolen a couple bottles, maybe that weren't supposed to be out for the party. They're being young rascals in there. So they're probably off in, say, like the billiards room. But it's your house. You know where everything is.
I know William's favorite corner.
Yeah.
His favorite room.
So you all together walk in there, and
Like a
there's
posse.
the whole posse. And Margaret kind of stays back. She's kind of playing that chaperone, but this isn't kind of isn't her place.
Yeah.
And there's William, and he's he's undone his tie and like the top button of his shirt, and his friends are there, and there's like 3 or 4 of them, and they kind of all have that like sandy brown hair, and they're like wearing what they're supposed to be wearing, but are like as disheveled as they can be, right? They're very much here. Yeah, they're college boys at their friend's house for a good party and to raid the cellar. So they're playing billiards, and William's up, so he's leaning over and takes a shot as you walk into the room.
Good shot, William. Wonderful shot.
Oh, yes. Josephine,
Yes, William, I feel like it's only been a few days since I've seen you last. I go and I hug him.
him, and
Yes.
yes.
I brought some people to meet you.
Oh, how nice.
I know, isn't it wonderful?
You have friends now?
I do! Just like you and your friends, except we don't go into a corner and drink.
Yet.
Yeah.
Me and Margaret in the corner is drinking.
Yeah. And Margaret is she puts her drink down and kind of like sighs. She's got to pay attention to the child.
I mean,
Yeah.
most of the people you probably already know, William. Of course, you already know Aunt Lavinia.
I know my own aunt. That's right.
I know.
Yes.
Some people don't, I'm learning lots of things out in the world in the barracks. Some people might say it's just one room for another, but I've learned so much. And you may know Estelle, because she's already been in our mech before.
Our cousin.
Yes, and our cousin, yes,
Estelle,
cousin
yeah.
Estelle. But I want to introduce you, and I want to say, like, purposely, I'm small, I was trying to hide Seraphina, but I can't, obviously.
Yeah.
And
Yeah.
to make it a grand reveal, like, he can literally see her over the top of my head. And I'm like, but here's the shield and right arm of Penny, Seraphina.
I smirk, I curtsy,
Yeah.
I look up and I make very strong eye contact with him.
Okay.
And I try to keep the judgment off my face at their disheveledment.
Yeah.
But I also recognize that being the eldest, he's set to inherit
Yeah.
Belker, assets, so she's going to be very, like, flirtatious, come on slightly strongly, but mostly through her non-verbal flirtation.
Okay. Yeah, this is Regency. Everything's unspoken. Okay,
It's
so
very much
give me a roll for first impressions here.
Yeah.
3.
Do you have advantage? Is it social skill?
My social skill is leadership.
Leadership.
But it's
I see.
essentially like a when we are trying to get something to happen,
Mhm.
my character will step up into that role. To
Okay.
make things happen. So I do not.
Okay.
I don't-
So
But this is also one of my first times
Being
yeah.
in a real attempt.
So, William, very polite, takes your hand and gives you a perfectly respectable little kiss on the hand. And says, like, pleasure to meet you. But yeah. And kind of goes back. It's like, well, Josephine, these are well, this is, he turns to his friends, this is my little sister. She's with our mech now. She's a pilot this year. And this is Jacob and Timothy and Alan and Percy. And he kind of points to them.
Hello, I already know you from all the other times. I mean, I did have to go to bed before 10, but not tonight.
No, proper young lady you are tonight. And
Yes.
that's Alan speaking this time.
Thank you, Alan.
William gives him a look. Right.
Right away?
Yeah,
was
right
like,
away.
Thank you. It's so nice of you.
Sorry, I'm making notes of whose names off of my
NPCs.
my NPC name list we've used. And I think though, so of these four gentlemen, none of them are going to kind of give Vinny much of a look, right? But I think one of them, Jacob, is sort of taken by Seraphina. It was Alan that made the comment at you. And both Timothy and Percy are kind of like, oh, wait, that's Estelle, right? That's
Oh my gosh.
oh my gosh, that's Estelle. And so Alan says, it's like, well, I should have come out last year, Willem. Your sister was just a little girl last time I was here. Now she's a proper young lady.
Oh, stop it, Alan. Oh, you've seen me around the house before.
Well, perhaps I've never seen you quite like this. And he reaches over to kiss your hand.
Oh.
Sorry.
I imagine she's got like a chocolate chip crumb
Yeah.
on her gloves, and as he reaches for her hand, it's just got like
Yeah.
I'm feeling some
Yeah.
like auntly protectiveness coming out
Yeah.
that I want to just
Yeah.
ask Alan what he's studying. Anything to get him
Yeah.
to stop paying attention to
Yeah.
her.
Of course I study letters.
Letters.
That is a real
Yeah,
thing
yeah,
at
that is.
Oxford. Letters
It
and
is.
numbers.
Uh-huh.
It's a real thing.
Yep.
And he's answering your questions like single word answers, right?
Mhm.
Is what
And how
he's-
is your family?
wealthy?
I'm with Margaret. I'm like, hey, this
Yeah.
guy, he knows words.
Right? He studies letters. Mm.
Great.
Yeah.
But I hope to have distracted him long enough that some other party has started
started.
a conversation.
Okay, so
Yeah.
go ahead and give
Can
me a
I-
roll
yeah.
to see if you've deterred him.
Yeah.
Right.
8!
Success! Excellent. success with a mark, but a success. Okay, so you successfully roped Alan into conversation, and maybe like Josephine gets bored. I don't know.
Oh, I guess
It's whatever you want to do.
idiots.
Clever balls.
Oh my god, I think while you're talking to Alan, and so Jacob is going to come talk to you in a second, and everyone else in the room is going towards Estelle. I think a billiard ball might move on its own to play with you.
And I go, oh, yes, let's play. I'll go first. I start racking it up. And I
Dark
think if
shadows
any-
lean over
right,
the
if
room.
anybody, if anybody glances over and pays attention, they'll see like me take a shot, and then they'll see like another like it move on its. I'm like, oh, good job.
Okay, I need all three of you to roll to see if you notice.
Okay.
5. So you notice. You notice.
You're so distracted talking to Alan to make sure he doesn't talk to me.
Alan is like telling you the most boring story you have ever heard in your entire life.
So there's one letter I had.
Right.
No.
Well, first, there's A.
2 is quite a trickster, if you ask me.
If you ask me. Okay.
Okay.
1, and then 2, and then 5 is a success with a... No, a 5 is a failure, but with only 1 mark. So you don't notice the looming shadows.
But Estelle notices.
Estelle notices. And Estelle notices. Okay.
It's like these guys are talking, blah, 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 and then you're like,
Yeah, these guys are talking and you're uninterested, and you see like shadowy tendrils move the balls.
And then I'll be like, is that what she sees?
Yeah. And I think maybe Seraphina doesn't notice because Jacob is up and says, "Oh, pleasure to meet you, Maya." Yes, he kisses your hand, makes eye contact, dreamy blue eyes. So Jacob Coppinger, Coppinger is his name. And he says, "Haven't seen you around here before."
Yes, it's my first season out. I also studied at university before I decided I must do mech. I much prefer to do lady. That was for Alison.
And he
As
says,
if lady is a job.
yep, I love it.
he's, "Oh, indeed, yes, family duty and all that, I certainly understand."
What does your family do? T.
Well, between you and me, my father doesn't like to claim me openly, but he, of course, pays for my education and, well, what a boring story.
He's a bastard. Cool.
Right.
Instant disinterest.
Yeah.
But he gets paid.
That's true. Maybe.
Yeah. Oh. I'm sorry, I'm bad at flirting.
Jacob or Maddie?
That Maddie.
Jacob suddenly has a breakdown. I'm bad at flirting. I just told you my dark secret.
So Jacob, Jacob is suave and debonair and, oh yes, my father's, very well known, I suspect we'll see him at the end of the season at the pilot's ball. But, well, He's so suave and debonair, even if Maddie is not. And so so are you trying to sort of like talk with Jacob, or are you trying to sort of?
I think she would stay and talk with him. Yeah.
Okay.
I think that she might
Yeah.
suspect there's something a little strange going on.
Yeah.
But she hears certain words like, money and my father is influential and listens to those things and allows it to kind of color her view.
Okay.
As opposed to.
So the gist you get out of this conversation is that his father has been holding a important position overseas, right? And will be returning. Go ahead and give me a roll. We're just gonna, on a success, I'm gonna give you some good information.
Nope.
Listen, he's also so handsome.
Yeah, she's stuck in his deep blue eyes.
Deep blue eyes. He's really pretty.
Yeah.
Go ahead and give me mark Jacob and give a 1 relationship mark with him. We'll see how that goes. Okay, so let's pan over. I need to make a roll. I need to see if Margaret notices. If Margaret notices you're playing billiards by yourself.
I'm not by myself.
Yes.
Totally
She absolutely does.
I'm not playing by myself.
I know, sweetheart. And she kind of takes your arm and leads you out. And while you're out, you do see Edwina is here. So Edwina and the Claras.
But I know based off of
you've met her before.
Oh, right.
Yeah.
We said I met once. Okay. So,
yeah.
Oh, Edwina! And I kind of wriggle out a little bit with my frail, thin frame. And I just run towards Edwina. Okay. So it's not like I'm escaping.
Okay.
Margaret,
yeah. And Margaret sees you going to an 87-year-old woman. And she's like, amazing. I did it. I did my job. And so the other pilots who work with Edwina are the Claras. So Clara Bell, Clara Beth, and Clara Bell, Clara Beth, and what are their names? I wrote them down. Clarissa. There we go. Clara Beth, Clara Bell, and Clarissa. They're triplets, and they're the other 3 pilots. And they act in unison, and they see the room you're leaving, and they kind of clock that that's where the young people might be. And so these 3 blonde-headed identical triplets go this way, as Edwina kind of grabs your attention. And Edwina, I can't express how wiry and straight up and weird angles her white hair is, and how big her eyes are, right? So she's just, Josephine!
Edwina!
Ha! Yes! You're a pilot this year!
I am! Isn't it exciting?
That is excellent! Tell me all about your dark friend.
Oh, very kind.
Yes.
We were just playing billiards, but Margaret didn't want me to be
I'm sorry, what?
Yes, we were playing billiards together.
You play billiards with Penny?
Yes.
Is she here?
She's always here. Grab the black feather.
And you see Edwina has a little, a strange black tint on her eyes, right? Her eyes don't have a color anymore. It's sort of almost just people. And she has the closest connection of anyone to a pilot. And the things you're saying to her are wild. Right? She's like, tell me more, dear.
Oh, well, she's always trapped inside that mech so much, so I take her out from time to time to see other things in the world. Like a ball. A ball's so wonderful for everyone to experience once in their lifetime. She's having a great time.
Just need a thing.
What is it?
Okay,
6.
it's a 6. That's good. That's absolutely wonderful. I wonder if I can take Poppy out.
I'm sure you could if you just have spend some more time.
I've spent 73 years with Poppy.
Did you ask how Poppy felt, though?
I've never thought to do that.
I asked Penny how she's feeling all the time.
Oh, delightful. And she gave you a crow's wing?
It's a feather from a crow's wing, not a whole wing.
That would be weird.
That is weird, Edwina. A crow's wing. Feathers are much more. They're so better. I could probably make a blanket with as many feathers as Penny gives me. I'd be covered in it just like I am in the neck. So secure.
I do like the sense of being surrounded by darkness and underwater, but somehow you can breathe when I'm in the mech.
Yes.
Yes.
It's so wonderful. What is your inner self like in the mech? It's a dark forest with a lot of crows for me.
No, for me it's like being in a pool and it's jet black, and there's nothing there except Poppy all around me.
Isn't it comforting?
Yes, I've been in Mother's womb.
Yes. I always thought that was what it was like, even though I've never remember what it was like in Mother's womb, because I was a child and I didn't have a memory that far back. I only remember I have as a Poppy. I was 5 years old.
Yes. Hold on. I'm going to get roaring drunk and see if I can't commune with Poppy. You want to help?
Well, I don't need to get roaring drunk, but sure, I do want to try to dance with someone. If no one asks me on my dance card, would you dance with me, Edwina?
I would love to. So, Edwina's off to get trashed because she's jealous of your relationship with Penny. And wants to see if she can summon Poppy. Here, Penny and Poppy are going to be best friends. I love it. Listen, strong female friendship.
Eldritch.
Eldritch friendship.
Yeah. They're known as the L bitches.
Yes. Okay. We're going back to Estelle. That's who we're going back to.
Mm-hmm.
Also, your dance card is Margaret is managing it, but it is full. Right.
Yeah. I don't have it though.
You
so
don't have it. You don't have no idea.
Yes, I have no idea. I'm with Edwina.
Yeah. Okay. So Estelle, you have so the Claras have just entered this room, right? You two know the Claras. They are blonde mean girls, right? And there's 3 of them.
Oh no.
So fetch.
And they come in and they see Vinny. It's like, same dress as last season, huh?
Ooh.
And over to...
Do I need to respond?
You can, absolutely.
Why, yes, it is. Because some of us have better things to do than spend our money on frivolous, wasteful gowns.
And they immediately go... Oh my goodness. To speak of money, how lowbrow.
I'm sorry, did a gaggle of geese just come in this room? I think I heard some geese.
Go ahead and give me a roll. Success means they are amazing. Here. Okay. No, I didn't do that right at all. I can count. It's fine. So they're a little like, ignore us, right? Like the best thing you can do is like ignore girls like this, women and girls like this, right? And they're just like, and all 3 of them all at once. I'm gonna do it. And well, at least we're not pushing 24 and unmarried.
I'm sorry, do I look?
You look like I'm practically an old maid.
Okay. Okay.
Yeah.
So what I'm going to do now is give you this glass of wine and hope that you have a better night than what you're about to do.
Just one glass for
Just
all
one
3.
glass.
Just one, yeah. So it's like,
I share everything.
yeah. it goes down the line, one glass for all three, and
Who are the guys next to me? Timmy and who?
it is Tim and Percy.
Tim and Percy. I'm gonna have my arms on their shoulders, like, because I'm in between them.
Yeah.
I'm gonna say, hey, these girls, they've been coming here for, 4 seasons now? Looks like that they may need some spots filled on their dance card. What do you think, boys?
Do you want them to actually sign up on the dance cards and get them out of your face? Okay.
Or are you insulting?
Or are you
for 4 seasons?
It's both.
It's both.
It's
okay.
both.
Beautiful.
And I have a proficiency in persuasion.
Okay, so roll with advantage.
Okay. We're just the sisters are like both like hoping, but then also being
like, wait a minute.
3.
And then roll again, and we'll take the better. So. 7. Okay, beautiful. So they're sort of like, whatever you say, Estelle. And they go over.
Oh my gosh, it's so like Bach and Glinda and Wicked. Like, yeah, whatever you say, Glinda. Yeah. Asking us the rules out.
Yeah. And so they go over, and the best part of this is there's only 2 of them, and there's 3 Claras, right? And so one of them is sort of left out, but they all leave. So
because they have to travel in a pack.
They have to travel in a pack for safety. So we've gotten rid of Timothy and Percy. And okay. I think dancing is about to begin. Is anyone going to not dance?
I'll be on the side.
You'll be on the side?
Yeah.
Okay. There's a line of people, men and women, again,
waiting to
who really want to dance with you.
Okay.
that's their problem.
What about Seraphina?
Oh, she will definitely dance.
Okay, do you want to, like, are you, like, trying to commit to Jacob, or are you going to play the field a little bit here?
I think she will not approach anyone. She will probably dance with somebody who approaches her.
Okay, gotcha.
So whether that's Jacob or somebody else.
Okay, so Jacob definitely gets one of your dances, but, like, it would be, uncouth to some degree for him to take 2 spots if you just met tonight. Right. So it's very proper, so it's not showing disinterest, but not improper interest. What about Vinny?
So, Vinny isn't planning on it, but her brother still thinks it's his duty to see her married off, even though, like, literally no one else cares anymore. Okay. But Lord Belcher still cares. So his mission is to introduce her to his widowed friend from school.
Oh my goodness. Okay. Amazing. His name's Robert Farquhar. Farquhar.
I'm just gonna call him Robert F. I don't want to spell that.
Yeah, Robert. And so your brother comes up. Oh, Vinny. Yes. There's someone I'd like you to meet. And Robert, he's so skinny. His cheeks are, like, sunken in. Right. Like, listen, his wife died, like, 3 years ago, and we're pretty sure he hasn't had a proper meal since then. Right. And he's not over it. Right. It's tragic.
You're both being forced to dance and you don't want to.
Yeah, he doesn't want to be here any more than you do. Yeah. And so as you're dancing, he's like, Wilhelmina loved to dance. And so, like, please just imagine, like, sunken cheeks, like, dark rings under his eyes, and he's just a little pitiful, and you'd feel more sorry for him if, like, listen, somebody dragged him out. He was not ready to come out. I think he starts crying during the dance. He's like, I'm sure you are lovely. Your brother speaks so well of you. And he's trying to be polite, and he's not handling it very well.
Yeah.
Is he a lord?
You can just call him Robert.
Okay.
Robert's fine.
Robert,
Mm.
I'm feeling very parched from this dance. How about we get some lemonade?
Well, Mina loved lemon.
Everything you say. I love it.
Jeanette is laughing.
Yeah, you're good.
Lavinia is not laughing.
Lavinia's handling this with grace. And Josephine, your dance card is also full up.
I say I do a slight social faux pas though,
Okay.
because even though Edwina was getting drunk when the music starts,
Yeah.
I immediately, even though Margaret maybe was like, Josephine, and I'm
Yeah.
like, I'm dancing with Edwina.
Okay.
Fabulous.
Excellent.
We're going to dance
Excellent.
with our friends.
Dance with our friends.
Oh no.
Oh no!
Okay, so Margaret's goal here is actually going to be to usher you away from the crowd.
Okay.
Because you're acting really weird.
It's like, you dance, Margaret, you dance at balls.
Yes. Yes. So she pulls you aside. Edwina is downing. She's trying to get drunk. She's and here's the thing, Edwina's 87. She can get away with this behavior. You can't. And Margaret's like, yes, listen, Josephine, I understand. I understand that you want to be with Penny?
Oh, I just want to meet all the people.
Yeah.
It was me and Edwina were talking, and I thought it would be so fun if we could all have a dance together.
Yes. You want to. When you say dance with Penny, do you mean go and get the Mac? Going.
I don't understand what you're saying, Margaret. Go and get the Penny. The Mech is Penny's home, but that's not where she stays.
Are you quite sure?
Yes, very sure.
Oh, all right, dear. Come sit by me. Come stand by me.
Oh, I don't want to keep you from dancing.
No, not my job.
Does it have... Margaret, we don't have to work all the time.
I do. My job is chaperone.
You don't have to chaperone me. This is my home. This is my first ball that I've been to. I know this is the first official time I've been out, but the last one I could stay up past 10.
No, you couldn't. I was here, and your mother sent you to bed.
No, you weren't. No. You weren't. There.
Okay, my dear. Yes. Why don't you and Edwina go to the gardens? And will you stay with Edwina?
I'll stay with Edwina.
Okay. Good girl. So
I do not stay
with
with
Edwina.
Edwina.
Margaret believes you is the problem.
I'm so charming.
Yeah.
Nobody believes me. Yes, no, I feel like
Okay.
we can go to something else, but I'm definitely gonna be wandering off from Edwina
Okay.
at some point.
Okay. So let's pivot back. And you are dancing. We're gonna go to dance with Seraphina. With you've seen this young man before. No, you haven't, because we're at like day 2. But he is in his army uniform, right?
Oh no.
So he's in his like dress red, right? And
If he ain't studying letters, he's not worth it.
blonde hair, beautiful man. And comes up and asks you to dance.
What is his name?
Oh, I'm Lieutenant Stephen Whitehead. I must say, you look stunning this evening.
Thank you, Stephen.
Yes.
Amazing that your last name matches your hair.
What?
You've got a head of blonde and your last name is Whitehead.
I'm in the side. I hear this.
Both of those things are true.
All the gossip.
The reason that she's starting a conversation like that is because she literally cannot think of anything nice to say about army people. Because she just really does not want to be with an army person.
Excellent.
Being a pacifist, she's like just really
No,
grasping
absolutely
for
not.
straws.
Okay. I think he says, first of all, no matter how much you explain it, he does not get the joke.
True blonde, then.
Yes, indeed. Like
Josephine.
got
Josephine.
I got my hair from my mother. She's lovely. And as you're dancing, he's just kind of talking. He's like, Father did send me to Oxford, but for some reason my tutors said I had to leave. And then my father said that, well, anyone can make it in the army, and so now I'm in the army.
Precious.
Yes, that's what my tutor said. That's what he called me.
I'm still laughing on the sideline.
Just cackling on the sideline.
I have a fan on my face. There's like, yeah.
You're like, this is why
Excellent.
I go to the balls.
Yeah,
Not any
this
other reason.
is. And I think when you guys are done dancing, Steven goes and takes himself to a corner and just stands by himself quietly until someone comes and gets him. Like, excellent. Okay. Okay, we've got that. We've had yours. Okay, Estelle. If you're standing kind of on the side, you see another young woman. You don't recognize her, so you don't think she's a pilot. And she's sort of, she has like dark skin, and her hair's done like really beautiful braids and is mostly like down. And she kind of comes and stands next to you, and leans against the wall and is drinking wine, but doesn't acknowledge you or say anything to you.
Give us your
Certainly.
time.
Yeah.
Yes! Like an equal.
Yeah. And as she's standing there, you see her, as is most common, the dance card is sort of tied around her wrist, right? And you can see that it's empty. But like, you can tell it's not for lack of trying. As you're standing there, as you're rejecting people, so is she, right? So the magnetism of the room, of your corner, has increased dramatically. Right, more people are coming over, but both of you are kind of rejecting them. Would you like to engage with her, or just enjoy rejecting everyone who walks over to
Make
them?
silent conversation with the eyes.
Yeah.
Yeah,
Right. Am I right?
Right.
Yeah.
I mean, yeah, I think I would probably engage in conversation with her.
Okay.
Yeah.
So, hello. Arabella.
Estelle.
Pleasure.
First time here? Never seen you before.
I'm staying with relations nearby. I normally spend the season in London.
Oh. Well, what do you think? What do you think of the Belcher mansion?
Rather small, don't you think?
I mean, mansions. It's all just
You've
a bunch
seen,
of empty rooms.
You've seen one.
You've seen them all.
She kind of agrees and is drinking her wine. And so, what? You find yourself a pilot?
Yes, I am. I'm hoping to rise the ranks.
My father wouldn't allow it.
That's a pity.
Isn't it?
Yeah.
He said, with all of the fighting ramping up across the channel, that, something, war's no place for women, something. You know, that business all those years ago with the mech that exploded, all those pilots who were killed.
Not having another calling as a woman is excruciating.
I plan on being wildly wealthy.
Oh.
I mean, that's something.
The joy of not having brothers.
Oh. Gosh. I wouldn't know what that's like.
Yeah.
Well, it's a pleasure meeting you.
As well. And you can go on rejecting suitors all night. Excellent.
I might also want to try and find Lord Belcher if he's around.
Okay.
Just to have a conversation.
Absolutely.
About, what can I do to be better?
What to be a better pilot. Okay.
Margaret's busy.
Yeah.
So
Margaret's busy. Margaret's like, Seraphina, is she alive? She's handling herself okay? Good. Okay. Where is... Nope. Josephine's with Edwina. That's a thing that I believed. Excellent. Okay. And so why don't we hop over. Okay. I think you come over as Lord Belcher. He's talking to Vinny again.
Goodness, yes, I have to talk to him about it.
Yeah. So let's do. He's
still grieving.
Yeah. Oh. So, Robert, good chap, right?
Brother,
Yes.
have you looked the man in his face?
Well, a few good meals, maybe the comfort of a good woman.
He practically had a breakdown on the dance floor.
Oh, I talked to him about that.
He's not ready.
Well, Lavinia, I'm running out of widowed friends.
The rest are all married, and I mean that's just not heard of in the Regency.
I want to make sure you're taken care of. Once I'm gone, let's be honest between you and me. William, I can't trust him to take care of you. I can write it in the will, but he's going to afford a really good lawyer. And I don't trust that young man as far as I can throw him. I think he'll grow out of it, but who knows? I just want to see you taken care of.
I know. And I appreciate that. But I can look out for myself. And you're not going anywhere for a long, long time.
Well, yes. And also, I worry about you over in the barracks. You were always so social as a girl. So many friends and always going to parties. And just as you've gotten older, it just seems that you seclude yourself.
I have a vocation.
Ew.
Ew. As the Lord says.
As the Lord.
I know you look at Vex as something that we have to do, but
Yes.
I enjoy it.
Is it like how I like hunting?
No.
Oh.
It's like how you enjoy being a steward of this estate and the land and all the people that work for you. Whether you think about it or not, like you're providing for them and I'm providing for my girls.
I do like being in charge of things. That's true.
Yeah.
Well, as long as my little sister's happy.
Enough.
He gives you a really big hug. Just
When their conversation is over,
Yeah.
I go and speak with Vinny,
Okay.
and I say, "So I saw you danced with the Crypt Keeper. Is that what you normally do at these balls?"
I normally do dance with anyone that my brother puts in front of me just to placate him.
placation. I understand.
Are you placating anyone tonight?
My mission is to placate myself and my own wants.
Good.
Sick of being told what to do.
That's the kind of mind we need in the mech. Good for you.
And I'm making my way upstairs
Okay.
to see Lord Belcher.
Okay.
I don't know what his state of being is. What am I walking into?
No, he's still down on the floor. He's still hosting.
Okay.
Right.
Well,
Yeah.
I walk up to him. And I'll like salute properly, like address him properly.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Estelle, my rank in the army is ceremonial only. It's just because the regulars are on my land.
Okay. I'm sorry, sir.
Yeah. What can I do for you, Estelle?
Well, I just want to know, do you think what I'm doing, have you heard anything about my, how I'm doing out in the field? Do you know anything about, if I'll be able to make it next season and to be, up on the mech ranks? I'm really nervous.
You don't listen, Estelle. You're a great pilot. I only have one daughter. I don't need to replace your seat anytime soon. It's yours as long as you want it.
Well, I mean, what if I want more?
A husband, yes. I can help with that. You are younger than I know a lovely gentleman widowed 3 years ago.
You hear Oh, that is very, very nice of you, sir.
Of course, I take care of my pilots.
Thank you. Of course, I'd love to meet them. But I actually would just like to talk about my performance in the mech suit. I was hoping I could, be out of guns soon and, be captain or something.
Well, Vinny, between you and me, I don't know. I don't think Vinny is going to quit the captaincy anytime soon. So if you wanted a role like that, I suppose I could look into... maybe one of those Claras will finally get married. We could give you a spot on theirs. I could write a friend, see if they have a spot open.
Okay.
But what place did you all get last year under dressage? What was that? Third? Yeah, that's a good showing, a very good showing. You could always hope for first this year, bring the honor to the county, all that.
So if we get first place, then...
That would be great. If you're... Now, you should know, be careful. I am, well, years ago, when we first sent mechs over to Portugal to support the war effort, ours was one of the first to go, and that stray ball, cannonball, caught it.
Right.
Right
in the chest.
Right in the chest. And honestly, thank God it was unmanned at the time, and that was not a week later. Have you ever spoken to Margaret about it?
Yes, she doesn't like to talk about it much.
I can imagine. Their mech was destroyed, every other pilot killed, and she lost her arm. So of course we gave her a position with ours, and I would say be careful, because there's talk of deploying more mechs across the channel, and ours has sort of done its duty, if you will, right?
Okay.
You have to be careful, because if you transfer to a different mech, you might be called to actual service.
Oh, great!
What?
Yes, I would love that.
No, you're a lady.
I am. And also would like to be in action.
But I don't want to be in action, and I'm not a lady.
Sure, that is correct.
Vinny!
Vinny have been getting a drink, a much needed drink.
Vinny!
She comes. Yes, brother.
I need you to explain something to me again.
Yes.
Do sometimes ladies want to go to war?
Brother, do you think we just like trotting about in front of the king?
Yes. That's you get you do the trot and you impress the king and the prince and wear the pretty dresses and get noticed and get good husbands, yes?
I mean, you know that answer is no for me. I had a chance to have a good husband. I chose this.
Yes, but you chose the trotting. Not...
I chose it all. Being a pilot means being ready to serve in many, many ways, including deploying to war.
Sylvia! Who's Lady Vulture? So he goes off, he's trying to understand this.
He's like, I'm going to interview every woman now.
I'm Did I offend your brother?
Oh. He doesn't understand what we do.
Okay.
I walk up to the conversation. I don't know about you all, but I hate all of it.
Yes, me too.
Speaking of, I noticed that you were speaking with Bells.
Oh, yes, I was. Yes.
She's very good.
At what?
Yes.
Okay.
Wow.
Wow.
I followed her father for a while. He's very anti-war. Big...
Oh.
I don't want to say prophet, but very progressive in his women don't have to be mech views.
Oh, I see. So you think she also is the same?
No.
Oh. Okay.
I think she very much would like to be a mech. But that doesn't really matter in relationships. You can have a variety of political views.
That's true. That's true. Good to know.
C is still doing the calculation.
So, what is Josephine doing when she's not with Edwina?
I think so she did stay with Edwina for a little bit.
Okay.
But much like a puppy, got easily distracted by something else. I'm back, Edwina. I'm going to go over there.
Edwina is currently talking to Poppy. We don't know how much of that is just drunk, right? How much of it is real, right? Anyway.
Keep talking. Remember to ask how Poppy feels and what Poppy wants.
Poppy! Hold on, she has wide eyes. Poppy!
I like that we both have wide eyes. Mine's more like a wide-eyed innocence. And
she's got crazy eyes.
The future.
I see it all.
I can see the future. Okay, so you got distracted in our puppy.
Yeah.
Okay, where did you go?
So I went to the dance area first because everybody was dancing. But a lot of the people weren't actually being waited to dance. They were either dancing or they were in line with Estelle and Annabelle. Just even though they were being rejected, just hoping that they were. There's a poor man crying in the corner about Wilhelmina. It's just so amazing. And then I maybe just hear, it's not words, but it's like I hear someone calling me. And so I start to follow that.
Excellent. So you follow, and you kind of follow where the shadows darken. And it takes you outside to the gardens. I think your mother keeps very lovely gardens.
Oh, the moonlight roses are blooming.
And you kind of get that feeling that that's sort of what was drawing out here, these moonlit roses, and because you can see, and I don't know if anybody else can, but you can see those tendrils of shadow sort of going over and through those rose bushes and seeing them and kind of experiencing that beauty, right? And I think that's how you view it. And while you're standing there, you're very suddenly alone, right? And there's no one around. And I don't know if you have the wherewithal to kind of perceive that in that, like, sort of like, I might be in danger sense.
Nope, probably not.
Okay. Awesome.
And also, since it's my family's own mansion, I'm not thinking anything bad could ever possibly happen inside the mansion.
Yeah. Okay. And you hear a voice, and it's starting to slur a little bit, of like, well, pretty little bird all out by herself. And it's Alan from earlier.
Hi, Alan. Just looking at the moonlit roses my mother planted. They're so beautiful in the moonlight.
Oh, quiet. Tell me, Josephine, you ever kissed someone?
I mean, I've kissed mother and father on the cheek before.
Oh, not like that, dear. Here, would you like me to show you?
Oh, I don't know. I think I just like to have, these flowers and looking at the night sky and
he's like, it'll be, so he takes a step forward, kind of like aggressively. Please give me a roll.
No.
Oh,
that's a 9.
That helped me.
I was like, how do you move this? I want you to get this.
Okay, that's a 9.
I don't know if I want to get it. What are you talking about? What's going on?
Poor thing.
Yeah,
too meta.
So I think you kind of turn around, and you feel like warm and comforted, right, in this moment. Like, you don't feel in danger, even though anybody else would be, because behind you there's a huge shadow being has sort of erupted from your back, like it is your shadow, but it is bigger than you.
Yeah.
And he looks up and like, what is, and it rushes down and envelops him.
I would like, right before that to happen, I would like for a brief second, I feel more uncomfortable, but for a brief second, as he's like, what the, I want a voice to come out through me that is not mine, that I'm not going to remember this, but it says, leave her alone, and then comes at him.
Okay, so that happens. Yes. And then he's like wrapped up in shadow. And so what you see is it gets wrapped up in shadow and then lifted up in the air and released. And that shadow like pulls back into you. And so what you see is there now on the ground is Alan, like kind of bleeding from the forehead because he like hit his head on a rock, and like slits and cuts all over his clothes, and he kind of eyes wide and he's trying to yell, and raven feathers come out of his mouth, and he just like scrambles backwards. And runs away.
I wanna like kind of go, you don't make her mad. Like,
no.
So I'm passed out in the garden.
You're passed out in the garden. Okay.
By yourself.
By yourself.
Really.
Where are any of us?
Yeah, we're inside. That's what I said.
And
Where's Margaret?
Margaret believes I'm with Edwina.
Yeah.
I would say maybe
So,
Edwina like comes around or something, and she knows I'm not there.
And so
By
Margaret.
the power of the Eldritch Force.
Yeah. Oh, I love that. Okay, so in this moment, we're gonna pan over to our new favorite NPC, Edwina, who is
Somebody's telling me.
who is trash, right? And then she hears a What's that, Poppy? And she just goes, Margaret!
Josephine's in the way.
And Margaret looks over and sees Edwina and not you. And she's like, Edwina, where's Josephine? Margaret! It's like, and she turns to like a butler. It's like, can someone? No, she turns to the Claras, right? The Claras, maybe there, ma'am, right? It's like, get Edwina some water. And Margaret turns and sees. It's probably looking for you. It's probably looking for Vinny.
Yeah.
As like, do you know where Josephine is?
No. I thought she was with Edwina.
I thought she was with Edwina. We have to find her. I don't know. And so you guys start running, trying to look for her.
We go to all her favorite spots.
Yeah.
I'll check the kitchen.
Okay,
You check the library.
Yes. And if we run into you guys, we kind of enlist your help as well.
Thank God, let's get out of here.
Yeah. So I just want, this one isn't going to be like a pass fail. I want all three of you to roll, and whoever gets the highest is the one that finds her.
Okay.
I got an 8.
8.
2.
2. Okay. Roll these.
You find Annabelle. No,
9.
9.
Oh.
Maybe we find her together. Okay.
I could like me like everybody know. Well, let's check this place.
Yeah, so you're doing that.
Okay.
And so you guys are checking. You kind of run into each other.
She
and
loves birds. Have we checked outside?
No, and Mother's garden is in bloom right now. Let's go.
Let's go.
Meanwhile, Estelle's like, so Annabelle.
I'm probably distracted by the people. Like, excuse me.
Yeah. You can't look for anyone. You're like, oh, I'd love to dance. The waltz is still coming.
Thank you.
Yeah.
I'll be right back. Oh, be right back.
I love you.
Thank you.
So we race out to the garden.
You race out to the garden, and there on the ground, you see Josephine passed out.
A little blood having
Oh.
dried on, like, from her nostril.
Goodness.
11.
Well, we are women of the service, so we do not panic. Well, I don't.
I thought then Pallas was gonna be like,
Margaret's not there. Margaret's looking in the library,
Yeah.
so it's just you two.
It's just us. So I'm going to race up to her and gently shake her to arouse her.
Okay.
Josephine.
No,
Josephine.
She's
You're safe.
Go.
She's so fragile.
Go away.
I
don't want to
no, what do you got?
I was gonna say I pull out some smelling
Yep.
salts. We both reached for
I
our
was like,
smelling
I
salts.
figured I had a flask. But
Yeah.
And you're already bent down, so I kneel closer to where her face is and just kind of waft it near her nostrils and then cap it and put it away.
Okay.
What happened?
First, it's okay. Do you know who you are? Do you know where you're at?
Yes, I'm Josephine Belcher. I'm in my mother's garden. The last thing I remember is looking at the rose at the moment. That roses aren't of any other in bloom.
They're
You
so
see them?
beautiful. Yes.
Yes.
Were you alone?
I'm never alone.
Was there another person in the garden?
I think there was. Alan. I think he came. He'd been drinking a lot like William does. He wanted to show me something, but then I don't remember.
I'm sorry, he wanted to show you.
Oh, yes. I mean, I like to show trinkets and things. He wanted to show me a kiss, and I told him no.
So by this point, Minnie's face had, like, as soon as she had said Alan, face was already stony, like, ready to go inside and murder him, but wanted to hear the rest of the story.
Okay.
I don't know what happened after that. He ran away.
Right. So, we shall find him.
Seraphina, can you take Josephine inside?
Let's get some lemonade.
Yeah, I'm finally running out.
I like you guys. Maybe your backs to them.
Yeah.
I'm like, oh, Estelle.
Sorry. Ooh, heels.
There's a trail of people running.
God damn it! You know what? Lady Belcher hasn't cleaned up her room. Why don't you take her up to her room? She still has a place here.
And you know what? Bells also followed, and she kind of sees what's happening and is like, "Do you want me to handle the crowd?"
Oh my god, please.
Please. Won't someone get me a drink?
Damn it, she stole my move.
Sarah looks at Bells and says, "Always a pleasure." And then I lead our Josephine through the drinks table, get her a lemonade, and lead her upstairs to her room.
Okay.
What happened? Alan.
Shit.
Margaret's come out at this point. Alan.
Mm-hmm.
Alan.
Well, let's get James.
Ooh, that'd be fun.
And so Margaret gets James and the blonde. She gets him from the corner. Lieutenant Stephen Whitehead, right?
Oh,
he's been standing in the corner. He's a lieutenant.
Oh, right. Yep.
Right. James is a captain. They're
Sweet baby.
Is he still crying?
No, he's not crying.
Oh,
He just listen. He was deactivated.
Yeah.
And has been standing in the corner having no thoughts.
Yeah.
Having a great time,
That's
honestly.
great. Love
And so she's like, so Margaret tells James and Stephen that a gentleman, an acquaintance of your brother's, James, tried to harass your sister. James like throws a glass on the ground.
Yes.
Yeah. So they're going off, and actually James. And you guys find them back in the billiards room.
Okay.
All right. So James kind of knows where they are. So he leads the two of you. So it's you two, Margaret, James, and Stephen.
Mm-hmm.
Right.
Sophie, you can go back downstairs. I'm in my room. I'm quite fine now.
No, I will not.
I
Improper lady.
just want to rob you of anything that's going down.
No, I shall protect you.
No. And in the billiards room, Alan is like slumped over, right, being like handed a brandy to restore his strength by one of his college buddies. And he's like, I don't understand. And then they're coming in, and so you guys walk in and you see there's William and Alan and the other three boys, young men. So what, I'm gonna let you guys take point on this.
Well, I'm gonna go up to James right before we enter.
Yeah.
And be like, hey, remember that time when we went to the bar close by, or the pub close by? There was that guy that was sitting on me all night, and you helped me out.
Yeah.
1-2 punch kind of thing. Let's do that.
Okay. So with that instruction, James marches straight in and sucker punches Alan in the face.
And I'm gonna do it on the other side.
Amazing.
So it's like a
Amazing. Boom. Boom.
Yeah.
And then William pops up and is sort of, whoa, what are you doing?
Oh, you don't know.
No, don't know what.
Your friend Alan here has decided to show your little sister a few things. Talk to him about it.
I will not be speaking to him about it. And William, I think, actually punches him
Yeah.
in the face too.
Yeah.
William and James, and you know what? Why not? Steven's in there too. It was like, I helped. And they bodily drag Alan out of the house and like throw him onto the drive. Bodily throw him onto the drive.
Nice.
And at this point, the party's kind of wrapping up. Bells is somehow dismissing everyone. It's like, thank you for being here.
She's the host now.
She's the host. Goes, oh yes, Lady Belcher. So just met her this evening. Oh yes, you're fine. You can go to bed. I'll handle the party. She's handling that. So it's kind of you all. What? How do you sort of wrap up this evening?
I wanted to dance. I didn't get to dance.
we are
I'm giving like the cutest little cry.
so yes, okay, so we've gone up to
Okay.
check on Josephine. We're in the
Yeah.
room. It's the crew, and we are discussing that like this cannot get back to Lady Belcher because she will immediately
She will die. That's she'll have a stroke and die.
She won't pull me out. She'll just die.
She will, yeah, and she
Yeah.
will absolutely forbid Josephine from ever leaving the mansion ever again.
Yeah.
So,
Okay.
William James are on board.
Okay.
We're just
Yeah.
mum's the word. Not even Lord Belcher can know.
Okay.
Alan is no longer welcome in this establishment.
What? How did you cut him?
I didn't.
You sure? There's a lot of blood on
I
it.
don't have any knives on me. Mother would never let me have sharp objects.
You said you weren't alone.
Yes, I'm never alone.
Margaret. Honey, what do you mean by that?
Penny.
Penny is not here.
Okay.
I noticed there's a slight bit of blood on her face.
Oh.
We've cleaned it up, but it perhaps she's had an episode of some sort. We need to heal. Perhaps get a doctor.
Do you want us to call Dr. Smith?
No, I'm fine. I'm just a little tired.
All right.
I just worry of like concussion or.
Did you hit your head?
Well, I don't think so. I just remember passing out in the garden.
It sounds like a hitting of your head.
That
kind of
sounds
thing.
like hitting your
And
head.
sometimes you can gently fall down. And sometimes you don't fall down all the way hard. I know other people do. But
I'm sorry, do you fall down often?
She's so fragile.
It's so small.
Meanwhile,
it's not a long fall to the ground.
Vinny has already gone out and called the doctor.
Okay.
And instructed the footman to send the doctor right up.
Okay.
And
So we do that.
Yeah.
The doctor comes. Your mother calls him every other week for you, right? And he's like, again, hello.
It's so fine. I just I passed out a little bit in the garden and fell. But, it's not a very long fall for me.
It's very small. And he kind of like, well, I don't see anything wrong with her. Maybe
She had a nosebleed.
iron. That's what you ladies need. Oh dear, did your mother ever speak to you about, times of the moon?
Yes, when the moon is full, that's when the moonlight roses bloom.
No, not what I mean. Oh, yes, it's lady business. Clearly, I am
You mean mech pilot business? I don't think so.
No. I clearly can't explain this to her. Give the child alcohol, probably a stout beer. That'll get the blood going.
Oh, I
Yes.
had a little alcohol. James gave it to me on the first night in the mech, and in the barracks, and it tasted a lot like water.
Some fortified wine, I think, for her, and then, please, for the love of God, don't make me explain lady problems.
I mean, you are
Which
the
is-
medical professional.
Right, I'm also a Regency-era man, and this is so uncomfortable, I couldn't possibly.
Can I say, unless you want her to roll for it, I would like for Seraphina to have noticed that the blood was not completely red.
Roll for that, please.
I really want you to notice it.
4.
Dang it.
It was dark outside.
Okay.
It's dark
Yeah.
outside. Yeah, you don't notice.
And we were so relieved by you being
Yeah.
alive.
Yeah.
Yeah. Okay. So I think with this, you're instructed to explain to Josephine what a period is, because
Yes.
that's what he thinks is wrong.
Yes.
It's at the
And-
end of a sentence.
And get her a stout. I think that's what
Yeah.
we're going for iron.
mhm.
And we'll kind of, I think, bring this scene to a close and the ball to a close. And we'll bring this episode to a close, and we'll come back next time and see what we get up to next time. So, yay!
Got into a fight.
Got into a fight. I love it.
Not even